The floods in Texas have wreaked havoc, leaving behind a trail of destruction. With the death toll now crossing 100 and dozens missing, the tragedy has triggered several crucial questions as well over alertness and early disaster warning systems. Texas continues to brace for more rain in the next few days, and across America, people are walking in vigils and mourning the many lives lost.
Yeah, I was also pretty shocked on the gravity of the situation and how big it was, and I wouldn't necessarily expect that our rivers would rise so quickly. And I am concerned about the infrastructure and the need for good infrastructure to be there so that this doesn't happen. And hopefully there's preventative efforts happening in similar areas to make sure nothing to this degree happens.
The White House also calling the floods a national tragedy.
The White House is currently arranging those travel plans. We hope that it will be later this week, likely on Friday, but of course we want to do it at the most appropriate time on the ground for state and local officials. We don't want to interrupt the recovery efforts, but we're planning tentatively for a Friday trip, and when that becomes final, we'll let all of you know, as we always do.
Questions have been raised over whether there were failures of the existing systems in place, such as were there delays in evacuation of Camp Mystic, where 700 girls were camping on a known floodplain on the river there. What accounts for this? Most importantly, was America even prepared for a disaster like this? As per experts, behind all of this could be Trump's ruthless federal cuts that in a way dismantled crucial agencies helping states prepare and respond to extreme weather events and climate hazards. Concerns are mounting that cuts instigated by Trump and his former aide Elon Musk at the National Weather Service and the Federal Emergency Management Agency may have affected forecasting and contributed to the death toll as well. And this includes a proposed 25% cut to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's current annual budget of $6.1 billion, an agency which oversees the NWS, and not just budget cuts, rampant layoffs and struggles to refill key positions have in a way put several critical federal agencies under serious scrutiny. And according to the National Weather Service, about 200 people at the organization took voluntary redundancy, 300 opted for early retirement, and a further 100 were ultimately fired from the service, leading the NWS to lose 600 of its over 4,000 staff. What this resulted in is a huge staffing crisis, with several offices across the country operating without the required hands. However, this is not the first time that Trump's proposed cuts have been making news in the context of disaster response. Last year, on his campaign trail, Trump faced the challenge of weathering yet another storm, Hurricane Helen, which battered parts of North Carolina and Georgia. In response, Trump slammed the Biden administration's federal government for what he described as failures of its response and recovery operation. However, this time around, the onus lying on the Trump administration directly to do some answering for the losses and the widespread death and devastation that the floods have led to, especially as Democrats are reportedly seeking to cash in on this and turn it into a political attack as well. There are crucial questions at this point.